Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Xbox Life episode 321. Xbox wins Black Friday! Woohoo! I'm one of your hosts, Mark, aka Wingman709. I am back after vacation, and I had to come back to correct this podcast and get it back on its feet. No, I'm just kidding. I had to say that because Brun said I'd say it. But anyways, with me this week is Mr. Brun. Oh, Mr. I mean, just Brun.
BJ Swick 33. Hello.
And also Rob.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Rob, also known as Prestar.
So, why do you guys always think I'm going to criticize you? I thought you guys did a good job.
Because you do.
Except for your audio. But if you guys, I was informed today that if you watch the YouTube or the Twitch feed, Rob did hours of work in the background to get the audio corrected for the MP3 feed. So, thank you, Rob. And hey, I haven't signed out again. I guess I haven't signed in here since last Sunday.
Or
Stupid
two
thing.
Sundays ago.
2 Sundays ago. So, and I'm back. Look at that. So, anyways, we got a great show for you tonight. We got some pretty cool surprises coming. So, hopefully there's some people watching because they're going to get something free tonight if you're watching the live Twitch stream. And Rob and Brun don't even know about it. That's right. I'm just doing something on my own here. I don't even need these guys. I clear nothing from them. No. No, we'll have more on that later. We'll let people get in. But be sure to check out our website, thisxboxlife.com, to follow all of our shows, keep up on what we talk about in each show. And also, if you wish to support us, it's super simple. All you got to do is go to thisxboxlife.com/Amazon, and you're doing it. Start buying stuff. If you live outside the U.S., and we had a question on this week. If you live outside the U.S., all you have to do is go to thisxboxlife.com, and there is a single Amazon link on the right-hand page. There's like a box, an Amazon ad, if you will. Click it. It will auto-direct to the Amazon affiliate store closest to you. I guess they base it off IP address, or they know where you're living, so they'll.
It's magic.
It's all the internet magic. So if you live in, if you're UK, the Amazon.uk would be your store closest to you. That would be the one it should direct you to. So that's all you have to do. It's real simple. And we do have affiliates for the US, the UK, Spain, Germany, Italy, France, as well as Canada. So it should redirect you to those automatically. All right. And those are the only ones we have affiliate. So if you don't shop there, don't have access to there, I think that's every one they have. So there's nothing else we can do. It should route you to one of them. So if you got any questions, just shoot us an email on that. But that should work for you. All right. Real quick, I want to tell you guys something I thought was kind of funny. Okay. My wife was talking to the kids tonight, and she said, all right, kids, now that tomorrow's December 1st, we're going to sit down every night, and you're going to list one thing that you're thankful for, and you're going to write it out. And you're going to do that every night up until Christmas. And you can never repeat something that you're thankful for. And I'm like, what? I was like, no way. I can't come up with that many. Then I was like, wait a minute. I've got well over 100 Xbox 360 games and 30-something Xbox One games. I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. She's like, no, it's got to be real. And I said, it is real. Rock Band 1 on one day.
Sunset Overdrive.
Rock Band 2 on the next day. Rock Band 3. Yeah. Sunset Overdrive. Diablo 3 on Xbox One. Diablo 3 on 360 the next day. She's not going to let me do that. She said, you can be thankful for video games one day, that's it. So.
Well, one day. That's today.
Yeah, tomorrow's another one day.
Yeah.
So.
One day at a time.
So, but anyways, I just thought that was kind of funny.
That's awesome.
So let's jump into what we've been playing. Be sure to stick around. Oh, we did have you guys announced the winner last week, right?
Yes.
Okay, and he did get his. He ended up, I think, buying Sunset Overdrive. He did get his money. I got it to him a little delayed because I was on vacation, but awesome. He did get it. So.
And what a fantastic time to win too, because of all the sales.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was able. I didn't get it to him until I think Friday or Saturday.
That's still fine.
Unfortunately, but I mean it's still free money. But I was like, oh man, I wish I would have gotten this out to him earlier. But
Yeah.
I was on
Well,
vacation. I had family, and I didn't even touch the computer or my Xbox like the whole week. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sales are going on till Tuesday, so yeah, you're
cool.
all good.
So
And tomorrow is what, Cyber Monday, whatever they call it.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's even more shopping to do.
So, but I think he spent his money already.
Yeah.
And why am I logged out of the chat on Twitch? Well, this is just. I'm just not having a fun time tonight. I'm going to miss all the chat comments. I'm completely logged out.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I would say I'm taking the place of Vengeful Loki with the cat. So my cat like jumped on the thing behind me and was walking around. So he had to attack the kittens last week. So
All right, so let's jump into what we've been playing. Rob, what did you play this week?
All right. So I finished up Limbo. That was the game that I was playing last week. And I finished up this week. And I hit a big milestone for my account, I guess. I crossed 10,000 gamer score finally. After
congratulations.
spending years in the 3,000s, and I'd say almost like tripled it within the past couple months alone. So that was a pretty good achievement for me right there. And then I've also been playing a game called This War of Mine. It's actually a PC game. It's out on Steam. It's actually on sale right now. It came out a couple weeks ago. It's actually pretty sweet. Where
Is that one with like a half-naked woman on the TV ads? Walking
No,
around, the lady in the white dress, the blonde hair flowing, come play this game, and she's walking through a battle scene. Is that game?
I don't think so.
What was the name of
I
it?
really don't know what you're talking about. This War of Mine.
This War of Mine?
Yeah. Basically, the premise of this thing is that in a lot of games, you've got some kind of war raging. Like your Battlefields and your Modern Warfares and all those. There's a battle that's raging on in the city, and usually you're a part of that. However, in this game, you're actually a civilian, and you're trying to survive while your city's being destroyed by two different sides. And it starts off. It's kind of like a resource management survival type of game, where you see it's like a side view of a building, and then you and like two of your friends basically hole up in this building, and from day one you're trying to survive. You're trying to scavenge food from nearby locations. You're trying to like repair damage to your house. There's other people, they come in, they loot your stuff, and it's really interesting. It's really different. It's a lot different than anything I've ever seen out there, and it's just, it's definitely captured my attention, and it's pretty cool. It's what I think like $17-18 right now on Steam, and it's definitely worth it. So you might want to check it out. Go check out a video. It might do it a little more justice with the explanation of what happens. And it's very somber, very, it very much reminds me of like those like Walking Dead TV shows where you're just trying to survive. It's not a zombie apocalypse. It's just it's just a war. So yeah, go check it out. See what you think, and maybe give it a shot.
Okay.
Oh, somebody, I was just looking in the chat. Somebody's been playing it. Good times, good times. Glad to see that. So that's it for me.
All right. This week I played Assassin's Creed Unity. Still having fun with that. But then on Thursday, we were talking about the game deals, right? There's this game called Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition, and it was on sale, and I didn't think twice and bought that. So I played a lot of Diablo 3. Bumped in you guys, Mark, you guys were playing, I think you guys were doing some riffs and stuff like that. which I couldn't take part in because I haven't beaten the game yet, so I was still going through that and
No,
all that
I don't
stuff.
think so.
Nautilus.
You can join our rifts. You just can't create one yourself.
I couldn't do the level. I didn't have those levels unlocked. That you guys
when I left,
on.
well, when I left, that was their game. They weren't in
Yeah.
rifts that day. You should have been able to jump in and play their game.
I couldn't play because they were playing too high. I could only go up to like hard, I think, or something like that. So they'd have to dumb down their guys.
Okay.
But Nautilus Maximus played a lot with me, and he helped me out a lot. It was pretty fun. I will say that I started a Demon Hunter, and I am now level 70 already. So I am ready to rock and roll. I think I'm actually Paragon 5 or 6 already. So I played 18 hours.
That just means you need to start a new character.
No, I will after I get this thing.
Oh, you got to beat the campaign?
No, I'm done. I did the campaign. I did all 5 acts. I got them all done. So I cranked through it. So, but yeah, I don't want to create a new character yet. I want to get this character put down to exactly where I want it. I want to get this set of armor. I think it's Marauders set of armor, and then my Demon Hunter will be good to go for anybody that says, "Hey, we need to have a Demon Hunter such and such." And I want to get to where I can play in Torment 6. Is that the highest? 6 the highest? I think 6 is the highest. So I know when I run with Nighthawk 70 on the PC, we run the highest Torment level. It's just like the two of us. So I want to get back up to that because, that's where the best loot is. So, but then I'll do can't think of what my next character is going to be. So I think a Witch Doctor. I'm going to do a Witch Doctor next. So
I think
I haven't played that character at all. I haven't done that one at all, so I really want to do something I haven't done yet.
Yeah, I think my favorite is the Demon Hunter is my number 1, and the Wizard is my second favorite. Out of them, I've done all the characters and got them all to level 70, and those are my 2 favorites. So, I went back to once I had them all. I went back to my Demon Hunter, and I'm paragoning that guy up. I think it's the only one I'm going to play with now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like on the PC I have a Demon Hunter, a Crusader, and a Wizard, all 70s, and then of course I just have the Demon Hunter on the other one, or on the Xbox One. So I want to do the ones I haven't done before because I know if I play a Wizard or whatever, I know what I'll be doing. But the good news is I just wanted to beat the campaign on all 5 acts so I can jump straight into any difficulty, anything I want to do. I can do adventure mode. I can do rifts and greater rifts and stuff like that. So I just wanted to get to that point, which I am. So I'm happy. But that's really how I played. I played Diablo 3 a ton. So much fun. I love that game. What about you?
Okay, so I played. Didn't get to play anything until Saturday, but I turned this weekend as Saturday was pretty much a gaming day as much as I could. I played Diablo 3. I played some Halo 2 campaign with Vengeful Loki. We got about, I think, almost halfway through. I bought Angry Birds Star Wars because it's on sale for $12 digitally. So I bought that because it's a lot. It's still, it's an overpriced for an Angry Birds game, but there's a lot of content in there, and my kids really like it. So I bought it, and they've been playing it, and I've been playing it. And also played some Rise multiplayer with Democulus yesterday as well. So had a good time with all that.
Are your kids going to be thankful for Angry Birds Star Wars?
They might use that.
Days?
Yeah, possibly. I think
I'm thankful for the red bird. Next day, I'm thankful for the yellow bird.
Yeah.
My little guy, he'll be thankful for Forza Horizon 2. He was playing it earlier tonight. He wanted to play. I just turn it on. He just drives around. All he does is run into stuff, and I just looked at him, and I kept slamming this race car into the wall, and I was just looked at him, and I said, "You want to drive my truck?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "No way." So, but that's what I played. So, That is it. And to those in the Twitch feed, I'm about to type in a code for you guys. This is, I got this the other day. I stopped in at some gas station to get a soda for the road, and they were handing out free 1 day DVD rentals from Redbox. So I'm just going to type in the promo code in the chat, and I don't know. I guess the first person to go to a Redbox and use it gets a free movie rental. I don't know how it works. So, but that's a bonus for being in the Twitch. So, good luck. I will type that to you guys now. Have fun with it. And are we still recording?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm seeing like spinning on my side, but it's just it says it's live. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So I guess
All
we can
right.
take it over to the news.
All right. So first off, 5-game Jackbox Party Pack. It drops today on Xbox One. So Jackbox Games will launch a digital bundle that includes
That's
the
been
new
out for
version.
like a week.
Okay.
That's like a week old.
Well, I was just putting the news that you had in the episode.
Well, yeah, but you got to look at the date.
Okay.
I collect stuff for a whole week.
Let me start over. Wait, adjust my time. Yep. 5-game Jackbox Party Pack drops 12 days ago for Xbox One. So the makers of You Don't Know Jack, you'll get the new version of You Don't Know Jack along with 4 other party-ready games for the Xbox One. So, like I said, you get the You Don't Know Jack 2015 headlines, which is 50 new episodes. You get Fibbage XL. You get World Spud, Lie Swatter, and Drawful. So look for that out there now, not later today, 12 days ago. 6 days ago, everybody, Marvel's Venom, Zen Pinball news came out. It says the Zen Studios announced a new table for a pinball game, which is the villain from Spider-Man's universe, Venom. The table explores Venom's rivalry with Spider-Man, as well as Carnage. It will be releasing, it says later next month, and it looks like it will be the normal cost of $2.99, unless you're playing on iOS, and then you can get it for $1.99. So, always like Venom character. Pretty cool. I'm looking at a screenshot table, looks pretty bad. So, pretty cool.
Bad isn't good.
Yes, bad isn't good. Sunset Overdrive will spice things up with player voting, weapon pack, and soundtrack to be released and more. So, Insomniac Games, I guess, came out and is giving more insane weapons. Like, I'm sitting there looking at this like, do you really need more insane weapons than what's out there now? So, but obviously you do. The 4 new weapons include plague. Let's see. Oh, Siri answered me. You got I'm gonna say, what is that? That's Plague, right? Plague Bomb, Rager, Shield Buddy, and the multi-lock rocket launcher. Sunset Riders is packed with tons of outfits exploring weapons, but Insomniac wants you to help decide to make some exciting content updates and change on regular basis. So every other week, you'll be able to vote on new outfits and game changes through the new online player voting feature that will help shape the community experience. So that is vote now or die hard, then respawn. So that is their player voting that they're coming out.
Yeah, and FYI, to do that, you just go up to to watch Sunset TV in the game, and when you walk up to it, there's an option. I think it's hit the X button to vote, and then they'll present you with your options, and then you can place your vote. So you do vote in the game.
Okay. And then also one of the other big pieces is that they're going to be bringing out a soundtrack. So if you like the soundtrack in Sunset Overdrive, which I haven't heard it yet, is the music good in Sunset? Mark?
Do what? Sorry?
Is the music good in Sunset Overdrive? Like
Yes.
the soundtrack? Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
So, yeah. Okay. So then also soundtrack will be coming. So no word. I tried to glance through here to find out if there. Oh, okay. That's right. The season. If you get the season pass, it's free, but otherwise, it's available for $4.99. So the weapons pack.
Yep.
So I'd imagine, and everything else just comes with it, or there will be released later on. So pinball, the Pinball Arcade looks like we have another pinball game. Is available now for Xbox One. No list on price here, but I imagine can't be that much. Has to compete with Pinball FX 2. PSN news. Now, I thought this was a little weird that we had some PSN news in there, but I figured you had it in there for a purpose, Mark.
PSN news.
Yeah, it says PSN Tuesday, Tales from the Borderlands and Geometry Wars 3.
PSA? Public service announcement?
No, PSN as in PS3 and PS4.
Oh, I was trying to get these the new story of these being released.
Yeah.
A stupid joystick. I'm like, I signed up for like joystick, like their RSS feed for Xbox One or Xbox 360, and I get like PlayStation news articles in there.
Yeah.
Like,
we touched
really?
we touched last week on these two games coming out. I think they actually released last Tuesday, so
okay,
we should
Wednesday,
be good.
Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
Tuesday or Wednesday, yeah.
Sorry.
So.
Okay.
Hey, no problem. Lara Croft and the Temple of another Lara Croft game is now available for digital pre-order or download on Xbox One.
That's
so
the Temple of Osiris.
Yes, Temple of Osiris.
Like the arcade version.
Yeah, This is similar to what Guardians of Light. I think that came out about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they gave that. Actually, was Games for Gold as well.
Yeah.
So.
And it was really good, actually.
Yep.
So hopefully this is similar.
Cool. Speaking of games with gold, Worms Battlegrounds is available tomorrow, or possibly now, who knows, on Xbox One, and that's going to be the new game. And I'm trying to see what the game that's sticking around for another month is, but I don't exactly know which one that's going to be. So it's going to be one of the two that are still there. But the new one's going to be Worms Battlegrounds, which I like the Worms game, so I was kind of excited to see that. The Raven Legacy of a Master Thief is available from the 1st to the 15th on 360, and then SSX is going to be from 16 to 31st.
It's Volgar the Viking.
Yes.
I just pulled it up, and Volgar and Worms is already available. Yeah. So I'm going to pull down Worms right now.
I'll do that after the news. So I like how they give the dollar amounts for the games now. Worms Battlegrounds is $24.99, so you're getting a $24.99 game for free. Raven Legacy of Master Thief, a Legacy of a Master Thief, is $9.99, and SSX is $19.99. Which is really strange because SSX is like forever old. Thought it was a pretty old game.
Yeah, it is.
So.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, the series is old. I don't know how old that particular one is.
Yeah. It may be 2 years, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember playing it on the 360. SSX is one I'll probably make room to pull that one down. That was kind of a fun game. It was a little hard, but it was fun.
Yeah.
So...
for those out there who have Assassin's Creed, you will be getting free DLC. So the CEO of Ubisoft Montreal came out and pretty much apologized for all the issues that Assassin's Creed Unity was having. So you get basically, if you didn't have the season pass, you are getting the, oh my gosh, I had it on the tip of my tongue, the Dead Kings DLC for free. And if you already had the season pass, then you get to select from a free game. So you get you have your choices are The Crew, Far Cry 4, Watch Dogs, or Assassin's Creed Black Flag, or Rayman Legends, and Just Dance 15. Those are your choices. And also, it's been rumored that Ubisoft is discontinuing the sale of the season pass. So I find it really interesting that if you didn't buy a season pass, you're getting basically what consists of, well, maybe $5, maybe $10. It's free. Not going to complain. But I'm wondering what else was coming with the season pass, because if they discontinued the season pass and they're giving the other people a free game, so they get the DLC and the free game, I'm wondering like if the rest of the DLC for the game is just being scrapped, because
from what I remember, there was some extra mission that had something to do with like some toxic, like radioactive stuff. It was something a little strange, I remember. So it was like a whole nother level. Plus there was that game. It was like that little side-scrolling game.
Okay.
Amongst other things. And I just don't understand why they're going to cancel the whole DLC. I mean, why would you cancel that?
I don't know.
And I understand that they're giving the people the games in lieu of a refund. And I actually, as soon as I heard that, I immediately went and I tried to buy the DLC. Not the DLC, the season pass, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But because they already pulled it off of GameStop, Best Buy, and online and everywhere.
Well, according to the Ubisoft website still has it listed, and it says 8 hours of new content, including the Dead Kings DLC campaign. Then it says expand your experience in Paris with new missions and equipment. Whoa, that took me down further. It's not what I wanted. And then the Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, an all new downloadable game.
Yeah, that's that side scroller.
That's all supposed to be. That's all in the season pass.
Yeah. We'll have to see, because if they don't sell the season, I mean, that's what I said. It's rumored that the season pass is being taken down, but it's kind of interesting because basically, if you don't have the season pass, now you have to buy everything. But I think what they're thinking is usually, how it's like buy 2, get 1 free. If they have 3 DLCs, you're paying for 2 and getting 1 free. It's usually how a season pass works out. You're getting a benefit of 1 free DLC, basically, with the cost coming out. So since they're giving away 1 for free, they're basically saying just go buy the other 2 if you want, because that's exactly what the season pass would have been. So I guess they don't want people to buy the season pass and be like, well, I want my free game now. Which when I saw the list of games, I'm just like, I should have bought the season pass.
Oh yeah,
because some of the games on there, I was just like, oh, that's pretty nice. But
Far Cry.
I'm not going to complain. I'll take the free part, but I don't know if I would have played that much of the game. So, but I will say it does look like a lot of things are working again. So, are starting to work. So, moving on though. Boom Ball for Kinect is now available for Xbox One. So get out there and grab that if you want.
That's 3 games for Kinect now.
Yeah. Yeah. So Chair Entertainment and Epic Games are bringing the Infinity Blade Saga to Xbox One. So if you're not familiar with Infinity Blade on iOS, I think there's 3 games now. So Infinity Blade Saga is those 3 games on the 360. It looks like they're targeting to be able to use Kinect, but you're more than welcome to use the controller as well. So, not word on the cost, but it looks like they want to release prior to like mid-February. So we should find out soon on the cost. So it can't be that much though, because I think each one of the games on iOS, I mean, I got the first 2 for free, so I'm not exactly sure what they're going to charge on it. So, but we'll find out. Exo Zombies will debut with Havoc DLC in January. So the previously announced return of zombies in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will rush Xbox players. Will rush Xbox One players that purchased the Havoc DLC pack in January 2015. So be on the lookout for that. I know zombies is a big part of Call of Duty, so look for it in January. And also, starting next week, Telltale's Game of Thrones will release the first episode. Now, I've heard, this is 6 episodes instead of their typical 5. But I'm actually excited about this because I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. So if you actually look at my characters' names in Diablo 3, you'll notice that I name them after characters. But that Game of Thrones hits tomorrow, or Tuesday. Starting Tuesday.
So I got a question for you, since that's your last news item.
Mm-hmm.
Borderlands, Tales from the Borderlands came out, and I was a pretty big Borderlands fan until the last Borderlands game. I did not get the Tales from the Borderlands, and I kind of keep thinking maybe I should, because I've enjoyed the Borderlands humor and stuff, but I'm really burned out on these Telltale games, and I feel like if I get it, I'm just gonna be watching a Borderlands game, and I'm not gonna play it. And I just feel like I've gone through 2 of these. I've done 2 seasons of the Walking Dead game, and I'm actually really not sure I'm gonna get in a 3rd game. I'm pretty much positive I won't buy The Wolf Among Us Season 2.
Until you do.
No, but it's like, I don't know. I really liked The Walking Dead when they first started, but they're so glitchy, they just don't run very well on the 360. I'm hope, now obviously the Borderlands one's on the Xbox One. I hope it runs better. But I'm kind of tired of these 3-hour games that I just sit and watch, and I really don't. Is
it on
play.
Xbox One? So I thought it was only on 360 so far.
I thought it was on
which
the
one? Which one?
Tales from the Borderlands.
I do not know about that one.
Positive I saw it, but I'm going to pull it up
right
now.
I'll look it up.
I'm already looking it up. Just relax. And yes,
one
it
thing
is.
About okay, the one thing is like the Telltale games. You have to have a story-driven type game or content, I think, to fit their game. Like Borderlands, I don't. Borderlands, there never was really a story anyways. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of humor, and the gameplay was fun and stuff like that. Like, I don't know how that's going to translate. Like the game, Walking Dead and the Game of Thrones, I kind of understand, because those are like TV shows, so they can follow more of a story. I don't want to say watching game, but an adventure game where there's a lot of story and content that way. I don't know how the Borderlands one is going to turn out. Like, how I haven't even seen what people thought of it. I guess I should have looked at some reviews. I
saw one person in our group had said they really enjoyed it, and they thought it was the best one so far from Telltale. But I think Mojo Red, I believe, was saying that it was really good. But apologize, Mojo, if you weren't the one that said that. I thought it was. But again, I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I want to pull the trigger on it. I know what is it, like $5 to buy the first one, but if I buy that first one, I'm gonna feel compelled to finish the darn thing. It's still gonna cost me $25, $30 or whatever. So I just don't know if I want to do it again. So I was just curious what you guys thought on these Telltale games. I know, Rob, you've played The Walking Dead and
all 3.
All of them so far. Have you done the Borderlands one?
No, see, I basically said that I won't play them on the 360 anymore. I just found like the last one just to be a little too laggy, and I don't know, it just irks me. Just the way that it would glitch and lag, and we talked about it, where it seems like it should be a fairly simplistic game and easy to remember or to render. Like phones can render them fairly well.
Yeah.
iOS devices can render them fairly well, but a console has problems. So I basically decided to wait until they were available on the next generation consoles or current generation consoles. And if Tales from the Borderlands is available on Xbox One, I mean, that definitely sparks my interest. Now it's just a matter of, will I get it now or will I just wait? So I can binge play rather than have it drawn out.
Right. But then it's like, you got Game of Thrones coming out. You've got Walking Dead Season 3 coming. You will have Wolf Among Us Season 2. It's just like, it's almost going to be like, I think it's just getting to the point where it's too many of the same things. It's, I don't know.
It's about the story, though, I guess. That's the main draw.
Yeah.
But they are a different game. I mean, you got to go into them knowing that.
But a lot of them aren't a game, though. It's. I've had so many of those Walking Dead ones where you like, all you're doing is making a choice of let this guy live or let him die, and that's it. And then you watch for an hour You're watching stuff, and then you might move the guy from this part of the screen to that one, or click on search. Oh, open the drawer. Oh, there's a knife in there. Okay, and you pick stuff up in Walking Dead and never use it. I haven't figured that one out either.
Yeah, I mean, it's an adventure, like they're the adventure style, but I just remember toward episode 4 and 5 in season 1, it was less and less adventure and more like talking and watching. Like, I know exactly what you're saying, but
Right. Yep.
in my mind, it's like for the Game of Thrones, it's like I am almost expecting that. I would like to see more adventure into it, because those type of games bring me back to like Grim Fandango,
Right.
Grim Fandango, like my favorite game.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for that game to re-release. Like it's next year sometime, I think, for PC and the PlayStation platforms. But I am all about that one. Like, I can't wait for that to come out. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and one thing also with the Walking Dead series, I know for me the big draw was just the tension on season 1, where you just don't know what's going to happen. The zombies are everywhere. I would just like be filled with anxiety the entire time I'm playing, and it's like you finish it and you're like, whew, oh, it's exhausting to play, but you wanted more. And I think to some degree, after 10 episodes now, I'm mostly like desensitized to it, because the experience now isn't quite the same as it was before. I just don't get so tensed up and excited over what's going on. It's literally like cold, calculated decisions. It's like, okay, this guy isn't playing ball. There's like this tiny little hint of this person's not dependable. Kill him. It's just, it's more of that kind of decision instead of what am I going to do? Why do I want to make this person mad? And it's a different game now, it seems. I don't know if it's just me and how I don't know, just grown with the game, or if it's just the games themselves have changed.
Alrighty.
But
cool. All right, so it is round table time. And guys, I thought this was interesting. So Xbox wins Black Friday. I think a lot of people kind of predicted this. It might not seem as a surprise, but what surprised me is the chart that you're seeing there. Now, granted, this chart is not the end-all, be-all source. You cannot take this as the truth. So we don't have any. What's that? Who's the people that always do the numbers?
NPD.
NPD, thank you.
Yeah.
This is not NPD. This is from, I guess, InfoScout, and I will read some of this. But what this is they get their data by using 2 smartphone apps that reward consumers for uploading their purchases by taking pictures of their receipts. The intelligence firm tracks more than 200,000 shoppers, and it gets more than 125,000 receipts on an average day. On Black Friday, consumers uploaded more than 182,000 receipts, which helped InfoScout declare Xbox One the Black Friday winner. So again, it's not an actual look at the whole entire market. However, it's a nice snapshot. And from what I saw of other people commenting on our group, where there's pictures in our group of where there was a big pile of Xbox Ones right next to a big pile of PlayStation 4s, the Xbox Ones were gone, and the whole pile of PlayStation 4s were still there. And they did not sell near as much, and like everyone sold out of their Xbox Ones. So this is just kind of an idea. It's like a snapshot of a group of consumers. Again, it's not worldwide, but it gives us an idea of kind of where to go and talk about from this sampling, and I thought this was interesting. So if you're looking at this, the Xbox One came in number 1 with a 53% market share of sales on the Black Friday, with the PlayStation 4 getting 31% of sales. And then what really astounded me was that Xbox 360 was in third place with 9%, even over the Wii U, which is a next-gen console for the Nintendo, if you will, which only got 6%, and the PlayStation 3, which just only does everything, pulled in a measly 1%. Now, when we look at those, we'll talk about the Xbox One and PS4 in a minute. I couldn't believe the Xbox 360 got 9% of the sales were on a console that is, what, 10 years old now?
Yeah.
Isn't it 10 this year?
Well.
Or is it... Or are
no.
It's 10 years this
year,
right?
8. Well, it came out in 2006. November 2006 was the...
So 7.
8.
Yeah.
This is the 8th year.
8th year, okay.
Year. Yeah.
The PlayStation 3 came out a year later.
Right.
And has only got 1%. So, I mean, an 8-year-old console is beating the Nintendo Wii U and the PlayStation 3, both of which came out after the 360. I think that's pretty remarkable. That 360 is one heck of a console, guys. I mean, to even still be selling, in Black Friday and pulling in those kind of numbers, I think is pretty cool. And again, that's just in this small sample, so they obviously sold the 360 pretty well. But so what are you guys surprised by the Xbox One, PlayStation 4? Pretty large difference there. Close to double. Xbox One is close to double the sales.
Well, I mean, for one, this sample size, let me be a PlayStation fanboy for a second. This sample was taken at all Microsoft
coming out of the
stores.
closet.
Yeah, this sample was all customers coming out of the Microsoft store, so no wonder why Xbox One was on top. Oh. No, just kidding. I'm just
right.
whatever they had, and I was actually, it's funny because I was reading the comments below because I love doing that. Like I said, it frustrates.
I didn't even look at them.
One person said, "Oh, I wonder how much it costs for Microsoft to buy this story," and I'm just like,
"Oh my gosh,
yeah." So I'm not surprised because the bundle, so the desperate bundle that Microsoft put out is just far blows away the PlayStation 4 bundle. So, here, look, if you didn't know anything or knew very little about the games for PlayStation 4, if I came to you and said, hey, there's a PlayStation bundle this Black Friday, and it comes with The Last of Us and GTA 5, you tell me what you're thinking. If you knew very little about games and you just knew I've heard of The Last of Us and I've heard of GTA 5. My kids were playing that on, hey, so-and-so, do you know about these games? Yeah, my kids play that on their PS3. Oh, okay. This is a PlayStation 3 bundle. You know what I mean? If you didn't know that GTA 5 and The Last of Us were both on PS4, wouldn't you think that PlayStation bundle would just be PS3? Because those are last generation games. You understand what I'm saying? People going out and buying for their kids, if they hear these older games, or if they ask a gamer online, hey, have you heard of these games? Oh yeah, those games came out a year ago or 2 years ago. The person's probably thinking, oh well, that's not the new PlayStation that my kid's been asking for, so they didn't go buy it. It's just poor marketing on Sony. It's just when we were sitting and playing. When we were playing the game, when we were playing in the party or whatever, Sony is already in the we're in first place, we don't have to do anything mode already. They're not even a year out and they're already claiming victory, so they feel like they don't have to do anything. So they're
a year out now. It all came out in November. Tomorrow's December.
Yeah. Old. Yeah, they're a year old and they're already seem like they're claiming victory, and they're just well, we don't have to put any new games into our bundle or do anything. But they'll just buy our stuff. We're in first place. That's the way I see it. And then Microsoft, I think, is going to spank them this month. I mean, really bad. So, and I hope they do. But
Well, what I think what it really comes down to is I do not believe it has anything to do with the bundles. Maybe because it does still play into what I'm going through, but it's price. The Sony bundles are $400. The Microsoft bundles were $330. It's $70 cheaper than the PlayStation 4 bundle. So, you could buy that bundle with a bunch of games and still go buy another game at $60 and still have $10 left. So
yep.
I do think, I think that's why PlayStation 4 did so big out the gate was they were $100 cheaper. Now, Xbox cuts the price drastically. They're obviously probably taking a loss on this, but they know if they can get the people in, they're going to buy the stuff. And especially nowadays, you think about it. My goodness, let's see. Let me take a peek here. I've had my Xbox One for 1 year, and I'm going to count how many games, because I can. It's all digital, which is something they love. Now, some of these were free games, but I've got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 48, 50, 52, 53 games. 53 games in a year. And it's all digital. Microsoft made the full amount of money there. No retailer got paid. So if Microsoft says, you know what, we're having a lot of success with these digital downloads and we're making money we never made before, man, we can cut the cost of the hardware, get it out there because we're going to make it back if we get it in their hands. And that doesn't count all the Xbox video movie rentals I've done, because I run all my movies through Xbox Video, and it works great. So I think, I think that's what's allowing them to cut this cost. And I think you're going to see Sony do it too. If this continues through the holidays, and this truly is like I said, this is a small sampling. What is it? It could be a bigger disparity overall. When we get all the numbers in, it might be smaller, but Sony's not going to want to see this continue, this trend of being outsold by twice, especially during the holiday season, because the Xbox One can catch up really fast to the numbers sold that Sony has with those kind of numbers. So we'll see. They may end up having to do the same thing, but I don't know if they're in a position to do a price cut.
Yeah. Well, and it's the other thing, they have a very weak holiday game lineup. Their gaming lineup for this holiday is almost non-existent. In my opinion, it's just, there's no games, like everything got delayed. So, next year they'll have a killer year as far as a, exclusive game. Like they'll have like four or five exclusives coming out next year or something like that. So they'll have a killer catalog for next year. But this year I don't know what they did. They just really messed up.
I think they banked on Destiny.
Well, they banked on Destiny, and then they had issues, and one of their big games got pushed to like February next year. I can't remember what it is.
What is it called?
Not Bloodborne.
1885 or something. It's that.
Yes. Yeah. Order.
The Order.
Yep.
Which was their big E3 thing, but we can't hit them up for that because we still don't have, what is it? Quantum Break.
Right.
I'm sitting here wondering, where's Quantum Break, guys? This thing's been out a year. You were talking about it. I thought we were going to have that game. I thought that was going to be really close to launch. And here we're over a year now and we still don't have it.
Yep.
So, both companies have had those delays on their titles, but Xbox has gotten some tremendous titles, and Sunset Overdrive, wow. I love it. To me, it's like the new Crackdown. I think I've got 60 hours. I think Xbox says I have in that game. I'm dying for DLC, man. I'm like, give me some DLC. I need it.
Yeah. And I was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I was done. I need the DLC.
Yeah, and I was one of the first-hand people. I was at my wife has been sick for over a week now. So she couldn't go Black Friday, so I had to go. So I even tweeted, it's like I survived Walmart Black Friday, Walmart 2014. It was insane. Like I walk in because I was going for something that I needed to get. And I went in, I got a wristband. And as I'm walking in, I'm walking past the Xbox One pallet, and there's a PlayStation 4 pallet to my right. At 6 o'clock, you just hear a person announce, and people just start grabbing that were in a line. Just the line was wrapped around, and they're just handing out Xbox Ones, and over here they're handing out PlayStation 4s. I was like, oh, cool. People are buying these up like crazy. I think it was like 3 minutes. 3 minutes, because I turned around, like they announced it. I turned around, I went and got my wristband, came back, Xbox Ones, gone. Half the pallet left of those PlayStation 4s, and it's just like, okay, they'll be gone within a while. That was at 6, that's like 3 minutes after 6. I came back around, I think it was 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., because I'm standing in line to check out. That's how long I was there. That pallet's still sitting there, those PlayStation 4s. So empty pallet, just the wrapping on the ground for those Xbox One. So, I mean, the people that, somebody else mentioned it in the chat or on Facebook or something like that, because my wife read it to me. I was just like, that's the same thing that happened where I was at. I was like, I saw that firsthand. That's what happened. It was crazy to see how fast those things went. But
yeah, and someone in our community posted, I think they worked at Target, and they said when they got in that the entire pallet or pile of Xbox Ones was gone, and the whole pile of PS4s was still there. It was still full. So at least at his store, there, but some people are saying, "Oh, well, that's because everybody already has PlayStation 4." Oh, whatever. That's
not true.
That's just so stupid. I don't have one. Rob, you got a PS4?
Nope.
Bron, you got a PS4?
Don't see it.
No, I mean,
Nope.
Not everybody has a PlayStation 4 because they're only at 12 million or something like that.
So
total.
Yeah, they got a long ways to go before everybody has one. So, but anyways, it was just interesting. I'm glad to see, regardless of what it takes, I'm glad to see the Xbox One doing well. I hope they really do very well. I want Sony to do well too. I don't. Yep. Again, it's nothing against the PlayStation. It's the fans. It's the PlayStation fans that are just so friggin' annoying. It's just like you want to shove crap down their throat to shut them up, but it won't shut them up. They'll always try to find something to whine about. So
yeah, I think though Xbox will win November, and I think Xbox will win December. So get ready to see all over the internet like Xbox outsells PlayStation 2 months in a row, and it's just like, oh,
Microsoft must have paid for all those. They must be sending their employees to buy them all because nobody wants it.
Thanks, Rob. I was trying to think of what the Division. That's the game I'm really excited to get.
So. All right.
All right.
I do want to jump into the community here pretty darn quick. I got a reason why. But did you guys, Rob, you had this topic about talking about the price cuts and how real adopters feel. Did you want to touch on that real quick? I put in the little title, Babies versus Real Men. But babies being those that cry about it, and the real men being those that were the early adopters and don't care about price cuts. But what were your thoughts on this one?
Well, I just thought it would be something interesting to talk about. I know how I feel about it. I know there's some whining going on about people being upset about the price drops, and like Mark, you and I, we bought these systems. Heck, we reserved them. I think I reserved mine back in like July. I think didn't we do it online at the same time?
Yeah, we both bought them. We were talking to each other. We both bought them at the same time because I think it was right after the reveal, or it was the day they became available.
Yeah.
I was on Amazon and I said, "Well, I just got mine." You're like, "Okay, I guess I better do the same thing." And you purchased yours right then and there too. So
yeah.
And we paid $500, and now they're $330. And do I care? No, I don't care.
Yeah.
I got a whole year of playing Xbox One. I don't even go back to my 360. I don't even miss it. I mean, It's sad to say, as much as I love my 360, it pains me to turn it on to even download a free game, which I know I'm never going to play anyways. So why am I downloading the free games?
Yep.
It's no, I don't. I think who cares? Prices drop.
Yeah.
Yes, they dropped quickly, but the businesses, they gotta do something to compete. And I don't really care that Brun got free games and got a good price. And the way I look at it, Brun missed out on a whole year of some gaming awesomeness.
Yeah, and,
he'll eventually play those games and stuff.
Right.
But he did what worked for him. I did what worked
Exactly.
for me, and we're both happy. Rob's happy. I mean,
I had no problem, and the thing is, I only saved $51, by the way. I mean, it's not like, I, of course, went with the Kinect version, which I love. It was the best decision to go with Kinect, even though I don't use the camera or whatever. It's funny because I'll have Jameson. He's walking around. He's like, Xbox, turn off. Yes. Xbox, stop listening. Like, he's just walking around saying all the commands that I yell at the Xbox. It's so
Nice.
funny to listen to him say it. But, like, I only saved $50. Like, I know I got 2 games. One was a new game, one was an old game. But it's like, I mean, it's essentially I paid the same price if you think about it that way. But, I mean,
Okay.
yeah. The people that might be complaining are the people that day one adopters and then like, oh, you guys are getting it for $330, but it's like, well, you don't get to connect with that. So I guess how big of a deal is that?
And I think
So,
isn't it listed as $150 if you buy it later? So you
Yeah.
actually pay more if you
Mhm.
want to buy it later.
which is the way it should be. It should be that way.
Yeah.
So you're getting a bundle
And-
price.
This past holiday weekend, with it being Black Friday and all those big sales that have been going on, Cyber Mondays tomorrow, I've been keeping my eye on some of the shopping sites and just watching some of the deals that have been going by. And it's interesting to read some of those comments. Like, some people, they just go nutty about pricing on stuff, where there was something about there was a thread on Skylanders Trap Team, and it was available for $37, and some guy was complaining that he bought it for $39 a couple days ago. It's like, are you serious? It's $2. But people take it to that extreme where, like, any cent is like a big deal to them. And so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that when they see that price drop, it just grates at them. But really, I
Right.
mean, why? I mean, you get your enjoyment out of the system. You know, do you have to have everything at the lowest price? Because I actually have a buddy, and Mark, you know this guy too, where I'm sure he would literally return a system just so he could buy it cheaper. You know what I'm saying? You know who I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes, I do.
And actually, this last week I had a conversation with a coworker because he just recently bought a system, and with the Black Friday sales, it was going to be $20 cheaper. And we were discussing if it was worth it to try to return a system or something like that just to get the lower price. And then he brought up, he's like, if I return this thing, it's going to be my time going to the store, returning, getting the new system, and then I have to set it up. And he's like, "That's
Re-download
not-
everything.
Yeah, that's not worth $20 in time. I mean, it's literally hours of time. But there's some people out there that are surely penny pinching enough that they'll go for that. So, like I said before, in my personal opinion, I don't even think about it. I just know that I've enjoyed my Xbox over the last year. I love it. And the fact, I mean, if the thing goes even down to $99 tomorrow and I paid $400 more, I still really won't care. I just won't think about it.
I'll just go buy another one. I mean,
I was just about to
I've
say.
actually thought about it. I'm like, ooh, that's a good price. I should get a second one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me. That's where I'm at. I'm like, I won't buy another one for $500, but $330. Now I might have to consider buying another one because I'd love to have one in my bedroom. I'd love to have one downstairs
Absolutely.
because I can't say console that shall not be named off or on when I'm outside of my office, and I keep trying to do it. It's like, oh no, that's right, I got to find a remote. Um, so, and then having the family be able to play and stuff like that in the family room and stuff. I'd like them to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
So okay.
yeah, don't be a baby. If you don't like price drops and don't want to pay full price, then don't pay full price. Wait like Brun. Wait for a year. Not that he didn't want to, but wait
Right.
and get it on sale. But even when is the time that you buy it? I mean, those that bought a 360, you can get them now for $99. So are you mad that you
Right.
paid half price, half of the full price? And now it's even less than that. It's a fourth of the price, or at some point you got to just say, I'm going to buy it. It's worth it at this price. If it's not worth it to buy it day one, don't buy it day one.
And
It will drop in price.
folks, just want to mention that if you're looking to get the absolute best deal on an Xbox One, buy it in the around Christmas season of the year 2019. They'll probably be like $99 by then.
Yep. You heard it here first,
So
folks.
that's the best deal that you'll probably be able to get.
Yeah, you got to buy it when it's best for you. Like you guys keep saying, I waited a year because I wanted to buy it when it was the best time for me to pick it up. When I had the money saved up, when I had the time to save up to play it. Not had money for games. There was multiple games out that I wanted to play. I mean, I put a lot of things and thought into mine. Even with all the pressure of Vengeful Loki not getting on Facebook until I buy one and all that stuff. I didn't cave to that pressure. I got it when it was right for me.
Yeah.
He still didn't get on Facebook, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, that's up to him.
Just throwing that
Good
out
job
there.
for breaking free.
All right.
Hey, and just want to make a quick note of an observation that I made on Thanksgiving. So, my brother-in-law purchased a PS4, and my wife's cousin's husband, I don't know what the relationship would be there, he purchased a PS4 as well. So my brother-in-law still has not opened it, and I don't even know how long he's had it. So literally like months. I think he got it sometime this year. It was not recent. He still has not opened it. Has basically no games for it. And the other guy has a PS4, and again, really has no games for it. So is that indicative of what's going on with the PS4? Yeah, they're selling lots of systems, but here's like two people that have them. They don't play it. They bought them just because, and they don't have any titles for it. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I-
what Hawk just said. Hawk just said in our chat that he bought a PS4 at launch last year and still does not have any games for it.
oh yeah,
So,
Democulus, who you guys know buys everything on every system under the sun. They're pretty upset. I mean, they're not upset they bought it because they buy it no matter what. But
right.
he said the same thing. He's like, "There's no games for this thing. They really want to play it. There's just nothing, to play on the darn thing." So
There's Destiny.
yeah, but you can play that on Xbox 360. You can
Yeah.
play it on
Yeah.
PS3. You can play
Exactly.
it on Xbox One. So it's they want the Xbox or PS4 exclusives. I mean, that's what the PS4 owners want. Give it to them, and
Right.
they don't want GTA 5 and The Last of Us remakes. I mean, yeah, everybody wanted GTA 5 on the next gen for some reason, but that's still just a rehash of a game you already played on your old system. So, all right. Let's move.
do you think they count the Taco Bell PlayStation giveaway? Do you think they count that in the sales numbers?
Yes.
Okay, because they literally give away an Xbox every 15 minutes.
Yes.
So, and my boy's dad, he won one of those, and
oh wow,
he
cool.
and he uses it for Netflix and whatever else. He doesn't own any games or play anything on it. He just uses it for Netflix. So, but yeah.
All right.
And for Hawk, I have something for Hawk. Listen closely, Hawk. Xbox turn off. Yes. So, I'm hoping mine's not turning off in the other room. So.
I'm on headphones, so mine is still on.
Yeah.
But all right, so let's move into our community. Be sure we do have a Facebook group. Be sure to visit us, facebook.com/groups/this Xbox Live. We also have a Twitter account, which is right there, twitter.com/this Xbox Live. We also do have a voicemail. You can go to our website, click on send voicemail. And we do have one that we're going to play for you in just a moment. But before we do, I have a very big announcement. And Rob, did you ever reply back to my email to you today?
No, I did not reply, but
I'm assuming
go
I got
ahead.
a thumbs
No,
up for
good.
you.
It's good.
Because I got one from Braun.
No,
All right.
I'm cool with it.
I'm going to show something here. And, well, first of all, we decided we are going to name a TXL Gamer of the Year. And we are going to reward that person with that title, that title of esteem that they can carry out throughout the whole year of 2015 until we announce next year's winner. But this person will be the TXL Gamer of the Year 2014. And they will have that title for a year. And I mean, there's a lot of prestige and accolades, and gosh only knows what else is going to come with it. But another thing is they're going to get a $60 gift card as well. And the winner, and what really pushed this person over the edge, let me throw this up here on the screen. Whoops, not that one. This one.
We did mention this last week, by the way, but yeah.
This person loves the community so much that he recently renewed his license plate for his motorcycle and had it personalized. And of course I'm speaking and I don't see it on the thing, but of course you'll see it by the time you're hearing it. Getting a personalized license plate that says TXL, I think that goes above and beyond. That shows a true gamer. So I just got to say congratulations to Vengeful Loki. You have been selected TXL's Gamer of the Year. Congratulations. Woo! Yeah. Woo. All right. Woohoo! So I'll get with you, and you can have your gift card in either Xbox gift card or an Amazon gift card, whichever you choose. So congratulations. But that's dedication right there, my friends. And that's a real license plate. So
yeah, when you sent me that, you text that to me. I was just like, very nice. Very nice. So
all
and I think
right.
In order to keep this title, he'll need to get TXL tattooed on his forehead next year.
Yeah, but at least he set the bar. He has set the bar. So we'll see what happens in 2015. And how bad people want to be Gamer of the Year. So we might have to add his gamer card to our website, right, Rob? And just post him Gamer of the Year of 2014. Have his gamer tag displayed proudly on the website. So.
Okay.
All right. Now we also have we got a voicemail in. So let me turn this down a bit and let's play this. So this is our voicemail from Catflap 1970.
Hi guys, Catflap 970 here from the dark and gloomy UK. Am I the only gamer? I'm sure I'm not. I'm sure the community and yourselves have the same issue, that have an Xbox One, great piece of kit, and my old 360. I have to run both machines because some people on the Xbox 360, my friends, still have an Xbox 360, which means I have to retain that machine to be able to play online with them, which obviously, which is the best part of the console. And then back to the Xbox One, which I normally use now for single-player games, because not all my friends have upgraded yet from the 360 to the One. Am I the only person who's sort of running two consoles at the same time? I mean, like you guys said last week, I'm really done with the 360. It is so frustrating having to switch it on, wait for it to boot up, put my disc in, then find my game load, and oh god, it takes forever. The One is fantastic. It has changed the way I play games because it's instant, it's there, it's quick. It's also changed the way I watch TV. I use the vocal commands all the time. Changing channels, switching on, switching off. I think that is a fantastic piece of utility there that hopefully they will grow on. But guys, am I the only one that has two machines and ends up trying to decide to buy the game, whatever the game is, on the One or the 360? Because do I want to play, example, Assassin's Creed with my friends? That means I've got to get the 360 version. But really I want the One version. Hopefully over time people will change over to the One. But at the moment I'm stuck with two consoles. What about you guys? Great show, guys. Keep the good work up.
All right. Thank you, Cat Flap, 1970. We appreciate your voicemails. Yes, I still have two consoles. But I only keep the 360 for any game like Borderlands, the pre-sequel, that comes out that I want to play that is not on the Xbox One. And I've only had one game so far that I wanted to play and that I bought in the past year. At this point, I don't think anything's going to come out on the 360 that I will probably buy. As for gaming with your friends, the heck with them. Make new friends. Make Xbox One friends. Game with Braun, Rob, and myself.
If they were really good friends, they would get an Xbox One and game with you.
That's right. I'm making fun or light of it. I understand what you're saying, and it's tough. I see people playing stuff on the 360, and I want to play with them, but it's just like, no, I bought it on the Xbox One, so I made that decision. If it was on both consoles, I'm buying it on the Xbox One, and if I can't play with people, well, that's just, there are other people on Xbox One I can play with, so, but I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, for me, first off, I do want to make mention of Cat Flap always sounds awesome. So clear.
Yes.
With like every single of these voicemails that he sent us. So like kudos to you. Whatever equipment you use, it's awesome. Do not change it. But for me, I've pretty much moved all of my gaming over to the Xbox One. At least anything new is always Xbox One. I will definitely not be getting rid of my 360. And in some degrees, I am not looking back. You know what I mean? I think you've pretty much gone that same way, Mark.
Yeah.
Where, you've just embraced the next generation, and then, the 360 will dwindle. For me, I'm definitely going to keep it around. I think I'm going to introduce my son to it a little bit more and more, and that'll be kind of like the family, entertainment gaming system, maybe have it for Netflix and such, and just cool stuff like that. And, I already made mention of it where, you kind of really need to pick a console for yourself. It's something that you need to go and stick with and get your enjoyment out of it. If you're really sticking around with old consoles just because of, relationships or friends and such, that's nice to maintain those. However, are you shortchanging yourself to some degree? And if the people really are gamers, unless there's some, unusual circumstances, I would think that they would at least jump to the next generation instead of, sticking it out with the old generation. At least with the way of, if they're online and they're playing with you, they probably have Xbox Live, which they're paying for. So that means that they are actively in the hobby. So why not get into the next gen systems and enjoy it with you? And then maybe that's something that Cat Flap could do for his friends, urge them like, hey, there's a great deal on Xbox One, holiday sales. I mean, those things are basically worldwide, from what I understand. Just jump in on those holiday sales and get them. And then, these are all the great selling points of it. And, introduce your friends to it, have them over. And then, if they see it, they might get it.
All right.
That's what I got to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I just recently got my Xbox One, so I still run both. I have the other one in the other room for the other kids. But I purchased the free games on my account just in case I ever want to go back. But I'm moving forward. I'm looking forward and going on. And Cat Flap mentioned that it changes the way he watches watch TV. Yeah. I love having that feature. And if you go talk to somebody who has a PlayStation 4 only, go talk to them about the suspend feature that these guys are still waiting on. They're still waiting for that suspend feature because I'm just like, I love it. Like, if I'm doing something like Nautilus is in the chat, if anybody wants to find another good Diablo free player, he has 151 hours in the game I just checked. And that's just for the Xbox One version. I don't know what he has in the 360. But like he was on, I'm playing for a little bit, and like I said, my wife's sick or whatever, and I need to jump off. I just hit the Xbox button, flip it to TV, go do whatever needs to be done, sit back down an hour later or something like that, hit the button, and boom, I'm back into playing right where I left off. And I love that feature. It's like my favorite thing. So, the Xbox One's changed everything as far as that, and like I can't see myself going back at all now. So yeah, I'm moving forward. So
cool. Yep. Alrighty. Well, thanks for the voicemail. We're going to move now into, we got emails, and yeah, we got an email, and then we've got a bunch of Facebook questions. I'll explain that in a moment. But our first email was from Skin2K. He says, "Hi, I love the show. Would you think about putting Amazon links on your website for the various countries around the world? I know you talk about it every week, but I would always struggle to find or work out which one I need to use. Keep up the great work." So again, we mentioned this earlier because I knew we had this email. So Skin2K, there's just one link on our website, and when you click it, it should auto-direct you to the affiliate page closest to you. If you do have any issues with that, just reach out to me. You can reach out to me on Xbox Live or just send us another email. If for some reason it's not working, let me know which country you're trying to use their store, and I can send you an actual direct link via email or message through Xbox Live, whatever works best for you. Probably email, because depending on the link, it might be too big for an Xbox Live message. So, but let me know what country if that link is not working on our site for you. And that's it for that. So Facebook, we got quite a few questions here. I don't plan to hammer into any of these any length of time, but what I did was I posted out there, hey guys, what do you want us to talk about on the roundtable tonight? Because we really don't have any topics. And then we kind of came up with some stuff, and a bunch of people had stuff listened. So I told them, I said, I got an idea. I'm going to just take this stuff, put it in the community section, and we'll talk about our own roundtables. So I said, see, now I'll get you guys to get involved in the community section, and someone posted after that said that they felt used. So, but so Randy says wanted us to talk about Black Friday gaming sales, the good, the bad, and the not so great. Which we actually did cover this. Which consoles did better? Which retailer had the best deals? Which retailer took most of our money? I don't know about all those because we haven't gotten any numbers, and we probably will see stuff after Cyber Monday. Maybe next week we'll have some. We probably won't see anything until NPDs come out for November, which will probably be about the middle of December when we get those numbers. But I would say Xbox One did the best based on our chart we had earlier, and from what I've seen and heard from others around the community. I don't know. I didn't do any shopping. Did you guys? I know, Braun, you went to Walmart. Rob, did you do any Black Friday shopping at all?
Not really what I would call Black Friday shopping, no.
Okay. So you guys aware of anything that you thought anybody had good deals? Because I actually mentioned this to my wife the other day. I used to look forward to the Black Friday deals, and I'd be like, oh man, all this stuff looks great. The last couple of years, I've looked at stuff, and I'm like, there's nothing worth buying. There's nothing worth buying. There's no big sales here. I don't know if I'm just missing it or what, or maybe I just don't have the desire to buy something at that point. But nothing seems that great anymore.
I think that this year, at least from what I've seen, the best deals in terms of products and such were really for TVs. That was the thing that really stood out to me. Just these huge TVs being dirt cheap. Like I just saw, was it I think at Costco they had a 32-inch LCD for like $179. That's crazy. That's crazy cheap. In terms of video game systems and such, there's the fantastic deals that we've been having for a while now on the Xbox One. Other than that, I saw a couple 3DS bundles and not much else, but I didn't really pay too much attention to everything else. Games, there were some fair discounts on a lot of games for a lot of the systems, but nothing that I would say was just really like a crazy discount where I had to jump on it. The latest titles, best prices I saw, here I'm talking about like Unity, maybe Advanced Warfare. Those are the ones that really stand out as being like the biggest titles to release to this day. The best prices I really saw for those were like $40, $50, which, are on par with a normal discount, although I think it's a little sooner than it would have happened if it weren't Black Friday. But, I think you're right, Mark. It's harder to find these crazy sales where you really feel like you have to jump on the product and get it just because it is cheap. In some degree, that might be good because we're not, wasting our money as much with impulse buys. Because I've bought too much stuff along the mindset of, hey, this is super cheap, I got to get it. And then you get it and you're like, why did I get this? Yeah, it was cheap, but it's not worth it. So, in terms of a gamer, all you've got is systems, which we talked about. You got the games, and then you got accessories. That's really about it, right? And accessories, I mean, what is it? Controllers, big deal.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of accessories. It's mainly, I think, game titles that get cut, but I suppose that's good. But I guess for me, since I pretty much buy any game I want when the day it comes out, those sales are never benefit me.
Right.
And now that I'm digital, I did make use of the $12 Angry Birds instead of $50. That was nice. I was kind of excited about that, but it's like everything else, I'm like, I own all this stuff already.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make benefit of it, but...
Well, one other thing that I would say maybe is a little towards the substantial discount is they did have Disney Infinity 2.0 and Skylanders Trap Team for as low as $37, at least that I saw, which is almost half price. Right. So that is substantial for those games, but other than that, TVs are where it's at least from what I saw.
Pretty much, yeah, I think you're right.
And maybe clothing.
Who buys clothes?
Dude,
18 years in the same T-shirt. No, I'm just kidding.
I had this one for 48.
Mine has the year 2005 written right on it.
All right, so Timothy says, now it's year 2. What major problems do you expect to see fixed or changed? All I read about is the UI being so clunky. Should you be able to get a refund on digital downloads? I still haven't been able to get a single big team battle in Halo, and I don't want the game anymore, but I'm beat with a digital download. So first question, what major problems do you expect to see fixed or changed? And he mentions the UI being so clunky. And I made a comment to him on the Facebook, and he replied back, well, yeah, all these people are saying it's clunky. I don't see the UI as clunky. I think it's probably one of the best ones we've yet to have. I think it works really well. So I personally, I don't have a problem. I don't see what they fixed.
Does it make more sense now than it did a year ago?
Yes. I mean, it was still easy to use, but I mean, they've made some changes to different things that it's laid out better. They've had made changes to the store too. The store is a lot better now, I think. It's still kind of weird. How do you put all that data behind just in trying to streamline everything? You got to make use of the search function, but I think it's really well done. I mean, you can't please everybody. I mean, that's but I don't think that they need to fix anything. Really, I think everything works well. Sometimes there's a few issues. I do run into some weird stuff. It'd be nice if you didn't have to unplug the power cord every 2 weeks to do a hard reset to get stuff working again.
I was going to mention that.
But I do believe, and I think I stated this long before this thing came out, because Microsoft, I will never put my Windows PCs into hibernation mode because it never works. And essentially that's what they've done on our console is put it into hibernation mode. So I'm not surprised that I have to pull the power every 2 weeks. Machine's off every night. I always have. And if I leave them on, they will run like a dog, man. So, it's Microsoft.
Right.
But I don't know. Do you guys think anything needs to be fixed or changed? Not a wish list. Don't say things you want added.
No.
Something fixed or changed that's already in the system.
Well, a change could be something that you want fixed or altered.
But it would be something that is, I would say, because he says, what major problems do you expect to see fixed or changed? I don't see any major problems with it at this point. When we first got him a year ago, all the issues with party and, stuff like that it didn't work and that you had to double, go into a party and then turn your microphone on. And if that still existed, that would be a major issue I would think need to be fixed. But I think they've fixed every major issue that I'm aware of or that I had in this first year.
Mm-hmm.
So saying put voice messages in, it's not in the system yet, then it would be more. That's what I'm saying. It's not something that needs to be fixed because it doesn't exist in it. That's a feature request. So.
Yeah, I can't think of any real fixes without going into wish list territory.
What about you, Bron? You're new.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of like the things that snap off to the side that kind of seem clunky. I think they need to combine some of the apps. Do I go to my friend's app? Do I go to my party app? Why aren't they together? Just some things like that I think need to be fixed or changed, but
okay.
That's it. And I would like to have a better place for my games. It's just, I guess it's not bad for me now because I don't have as many, but you rattle off the number of games you have, Mark, and it's like a crazy amount and just like scrolling across that list or, being able to, of course I haven't used the searching or I haven't used my Kinect to say,
right. You can say
launch such and such.
Right.
And I always forget that. I always forget about that, but
You know what? I don't know why I don't use that either.
Yeah.
I could,
but
I always go and look for it. I haven't,
mm-hmm.
It's been a year and I don't use the go to this title, go to this game. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I need to train myself.
Just because we have that doesn't mean that should be the answer to a clunky interface either. Like, I'm not saying that the interface is clunky, but just like, hey, Mr. Swick, I understand that you're having problems with sorting through your 300 games, but you can just talk to your Xbox. That's not a solution to that. I think it needs to be grouped a little bit more or have subgrouping underneath it. Maybe it does, and I just haven't used it yet, so still pretty new. All right. That's all I had.
All right, so let's and should we be able to get refunds on digital downloads? I'd say no. You don't get a refund on digital books, digital music, digital movies. Why are you going to get why would you get a refund on digital games? So you can rent the games, you can Redbox them, Gamefly them, try it out that way, go to a buddy's house, play his. You can do the friend sharing if you trust your friend very well. You can always do that little trick. Then you can play their games, and I don't see the need to do a refund. What about you? What do you guys think? Not that I don't want it. Not that I don't want it. Let me quickly say that. Not that I would reject it.
Argue.
Because I would probably have refunded Mordor. Okay.
Right.
But I don't think it's necessary because we live in a world where so many things have been digital already and we don't get a refund on them. So it's not unexpected. You know it's something you buy it, you own it. So going into it, I know I own it. That's why I don't feel we need a refund. But I would have no problem with having that available to resell it digitally or something.
I don't know if EA has it on consoles. I do know they have it on the PC. They have their guarantee. I think you get like 24 hours, 48 hours, or there's some amount of time that you get to return your digital purchase for your money back. So, and if that's a company that does it, maybe every company should do it. So I don't know if they do it for the console though. That's one thing to look up to see if it's an EA game that you have. I think without the ability to download a demo or to be able to try or have a trial of the game, that should definitely be an option. So, I understand when I'm purchasing a game that it's not there, so I'm not arguing when I buy my game. But again, like you said, like if it's something that they want to bring out, or I'm not objecting to them not bringing it. But I do think it would be a huge positive. So, I mean, they could do some cool things like, if the person has 1,000 gamer score in it because they beat it and got all 1K in 24 hours, yeah, you're not getting your refund. Sorry, you played the entire game. But if it's something where it's like, I played it and it's completely broken, I want my money back, I think that would be nice to have.
And real quick, Microsoft was going to bring that in the original vision. You were going to be able to sell your digital games and get money back, but nobody wanted it. Everybody was complaining about it. Wah. So they said, "Fine, we'll give you Xbox 360.5, just like you got your PlayStation 3.5, because that's what everybody wanted."
Yeah.
Now everybody's complaining about it. So
yeah, I always joke about that. I'm always like, the little let me hand my game to my friend, that's standing right next to me, and I always joke. I'm like, yes. Hey, Wing, I'm going to send you my game. I'm going to mail it to you. Wait for it to get to you in 3 days. You play it, and then for 2 weeks, and then you mail it back to me, or I could just digitally let you borrow it. But,
well, it was funny because I'm doing the sharing thing, and the other day I was in a party with that person, and I had purchased something. What did I just buy? Oh, Geometry Wars 3 maybe? No, that already downloaded. It was something else. But all of a sudden, he was like, "Did you just buy, I don't know, whatever it was?" And I said, "Yeah." "Why?" And he goes, "Because it just popped up and told me it was ready." And he goes, he was freaking out like, "Did I just buy something? Did I just spend $50 on something?" And it was something I bought, because it pulls down on mine and automatically installs it on his, because his box is my home console. Yeah. So, but it was funny because it just popped up. "Hey, your download's ready." What download?
Play me.
So I shared it, and I didn't have to hand him anything. See,
I bet you we get options like that next year. I bet you there's a friend sharing back to the friend and family thing, because Phil Spencer seems like he wants to get back down to that vision, which is forward thinking and taking gaming and consoles to the next level.
Right, we're in next gen, and I don't even have features of last gen because they had to rip everything out. Dude, their vision was amazing. Mm-hmm. I was so excited, and then they ripped it all out. But oh well, we don't need to go back down that. So we need to get closing, wrapping this. Yeah, we need to get going, guys. We are running out of time. So let's be real quick on these. Jamie says, an update on all the broken games. What's working, what isn't, what's still being worked on. Can't keep up with it. So Halo had an update, but I don't know. I haven't tried any of the matchmaking. I don't know if it's working yet. I thought it was. I know they had a big update. Braun, has Assassin's Creed been fixed, or have they still got issues with Assassin's Creed Unity?
As far as I can tell, the things I had trouble with, they're all working. Everything's, there may be some glitches, but as far as all the connectivity issues, I think it's fixed.
And was there... Destiny is running fine.
Yep.
Was that it? Were those the only ones that? I think that's all. But
Yeah.
Yep. As far as I know, that's where we're at with that. Chris said, have some listeners on and let's talk about Game of the Year. This is something we will have to talk about, maybe do here in the next week or two. Maybe we could do a community show again where everybody just gets on Skype, but we would lose our... We probably wouldn't do a video that week.
Joker and Jap both said Halo's still broken.
Okay. So we'll have to dig around this week and see if we can report back to you next week on what's the latest. I do know that they said on Halo that they were going to make it right, so I would expect to probably see something come out of this. I don't know what they'll do, but because they can't give you free DLC because there's no DLC for it. It's one of those one-time you buy one package, so I don't know what they'll do. Maybe they'll throw in Halo Spartan Assault for free or something. I don't know. Let's see. Juan says, what could be Xbox One's unnamed games of 2015? Unnamed. Well, if they haven't named anything, I have no idea. Because the stuff I know that's coming, that's already been named. Do you guys have any ideas what we might get to see? Maybe maybe a Gears of War. But I don't know. I don't think it'd be Gears of War. I know they're working on Gears, but I would expect to see that in 2016 because we're getting Halo next year.
Yeah.
Halo 5. So I would think Gears will be... But they could announce it next year, but I don't think it'll come out till 2016. Because I think they're going to do the Gears and Halo like every other year type of thing.
Yeah, real quick, the Halo had a patch on 11.26 that was supposed to address a number of matchmaking issues. So if you guys actually, I don't know, people that are talking, if you've already downloaded that and still can't do it, let us know again. But that was the latest patch.
Yeah, I thought they had one just a couple of days. It was like earlier in the week that was supposed to address all that. But I would just say, make sure you go to Bungie's forums because they do read the forums. Make sure you let them know you're still having issues. Okay, so one, I have no idea what would be any of the unnamed games. Probably some new IPs. Sean says, what is your guys' favorite game mechanic that you've seen this year? That's a good question.
Game mechanic.
It's like something in a game that...
Using my cell phone to hack everything, to turn off streetlights and raise up stuff to stop taking cop helicopters out with my cell phone in Watch Dogs. My cell phone can do everything.
I would say any mechanic it took to get a Diablo game into the console. So, because the control scheme for the controller is fantastic on the console.
And I think one of the coolest thing about Diablo is the fact that, it ran well on the 360. It ran really good on the 360. It's outstanding on the Xbox One. Never have I had a glitch. I've had some lag on occasion, but I know for a fact that's like the connection. Like we'll have one person that has a really bad internet connection or something, because it's like all of a sudden me and like two of the other people are having the same problem where one isn't. But that's only happened a couple times. But you can have 4 players in there, everybody whipping out their special powers and stuff, and you can have just so many demons on the screen at the same time, and you got blues and greens and electrics and fire, and nothing slows it down, dude. It gets so chaotic that I have lost sight of my character, and I'm trying to roll, and I know I can't roll in any direction. So I just look at my health bar and I just keep mashing my buttons. So I'm not even watching the game. I'm like looking down at my bars and this power is ready. This power is ready. Oh, my health. Oh, hit my left bumper to keep my health up until you clear out some people and then you're like, oh, there I am.
You're ready for Torment. You'll love those. But it's so fast. Even Nighthawk 70 got on there because he's a huge PC person and he hit the button to jump to where I was at, and he was there any second. He goes, "Oh my gosh, that was so fast!" Because you typically have to load and do stuff there. Somebody put double jumps, and it made me think about all the wall running and parkour stuff in Titanfall, which is a cool game mechanic. So.
Yeah, I think Titanfall did a really good job. I do like the double jumping in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I like the little jetpacks where you can get a little bit of a jump. Titanfall did it better. I think that worked real well with the wall running. That was a really cool game mechanic. That probably would have to be the best, I think. That's a really good... They did a really good thing, and they brought something new to the game. So... okay.
I'd like to add Forza Horizon 2,
we
I
gotta
think,
move
had
on.
a cool mechanic of driving through the countryside. So instead of just driving on the roads, I really like how you're driving through vineyards or you're driving through forests. That's pretty freaky, especially at the night levels. And it's something that you really haven't seen too much in a normal racing game.
Okay, then Ryan says, how about Black Friday deals on 360 and Xbox One? What games did you pick up? We actually covered all that, talked about it earlier.
Yep.
Triple Witching Hour says PlayStation Plus starting to get full retail games for the PlayStation 4, like Injustice. And if Microsoft should follow suit with games with gold, or at least go to 2 games a month for the one instead of 1 and a repeat game from last month.
Injustice is an old game.
Yeah, well, if you're going to get a retail game, it's going to be old.
Yeah.
The thing's only been out for a year. I don't think they should, to me it's like it's all free anyways. It's how guys I feel. I mean, I'm paying $40 a year for Xbox Live Gold and I'm getting at least 1 free game every month. So I'm getting 12 free games. What do we get? Well, you're getting 18 free games on the Xbox One. I'm getting 24 free games on the Xbox 360. How much more free stuff do they have to throw us before people are happy?
Yeah,
I mean,
as far as the free full retail game, I imagine maybe toward the end of next year or the year after, you'll start to see Rise and all those launch titles. You'll get to those. Yeah, I mean, I think it'll come, but I mean, as far as the Injustice, that's a PlayStation 3 game. Just because it's on PlayStation, it's also on PlayStation 4. I believe Injustice was
It was on 360.
PlayStation. Well, yeah, I know it was, but I thought
Right.
it was something that was ported up or something, or you know what I mean?
Because that was isn't it Injustice? Wasn't that the Mortal Kombat type of fighting game?
It's
with the superheroes.
It's the DC characters.
DCs, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sure,
Yeah.
it'd be fine. I don't think they have to do it. I mean,
No.
Microsoft's cutting the price to get the consoles out there. They can't give everything away for free, otherwise they're not going to be around. Sony's in financial trouble. I think a lot of people forget this, and I don't think it depends. I don't know what Sony and how long they can keep sustaining, especially if Microsoft starts truly outselling the PlayStation 4. You're going to see that stuff come to a halt if that continues.
Yeah, the only profitable side of Sony is the PlayStation brand, and they will break off to a separate section before Sony takes them under. It'll just be called PlayStation. That'll be the brand. It won't be Sony PlayStation. It'll just be PlayStation, in my opinion. But the other thing is you have to buy Xbox Live. So I mean, you're getting free. Even though you have to buy it, you're getting some free stuff, like you said. PlayStation Plus is the same boat. They have to buy it. So things will come. Comes with time. So.
All right. Well, we need to wrap it up. We got only a few minutes left before we get cut off. So let's go into new releases. And that was all the questions. So, Rob, what's coming out this week?
All right, very good question. So for 360 this week, we have a slew of titles here, including Guncraft, The Crew, Game of Thrones, Telltale game series, Tales from the Borderlands, Episode 1, Zero Sum, and Chivalry Medieval Warfare. Moving on to the Xbox One, this is a little bit shorter. That includes The Crew and Terraria. And I thought that they're also getting Game of Thrones for Xbox One, but I might be wrong on that. They might release later.
I was thinking they were too.
Yeah, but it may or may not be there.
It wasn't on the list.
Yeah.
I'm checking.
So those are the titles that are out this coming week. And just in case you're wondering where you're going to pick these up, in case you're not going to be doing digital downloads, I've got a recommendation for you. That's Amazon.com. Make sure to use this Xbox Life affiliate link so that you can support your favorite podcast along with your gaming habit.
Alrighty.
Did you look it up?
I'm still looking.
No? Okay.
Oh, yep. Game of Thrones will be available to download on 360, Xbox One, PS3, PS4, PC, Mac, and compatible iOS devices. Yeah.
But is that all releasing this week?
I don't know. I'm just telling you what they're on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's see. We can do a real quick check in the game store on the Xbox One. You got the upcoming. It'll tell you what's coming up. So let me jump to that real fast.
Yeah, Telltale site doesn't help very much.
No, it doesn't.
So I've got coming soon. I mean, this may not be totally accurate either. Some stuff does just appear, but I see The Crew. Some more Crew stuff. Lara Croft. They don't have it listed as coming. They only got a couple items listed, though. But they don't have it listed on here. So
okay.
We may not be getting it just yet on Xbox One, but
Here,
or it'll appear in the store like tomorrow.
So the first episode of Game of Thrones launches December 2nd on PC and PS4, December 3rd on Xbox One and 360.
There you go.
And then the 4th is iOS.
So it's just not showing in the store yet.
Yep.
But it'll be there. So, all right. Well, with that, we thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. And we will be back next week with more fun and craziness. So with that, I am RKK Wingman 709 taking off.
I'm Rob, also known as Presar. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you all next week.
And I'm Brun, BJ's 33. Congrats, Vengeful, for Gamer of the Year.